right. Well, we're going to go live. I'm watching the Papal Conclave thing. You know, we're waiting for the new Pope. We've got an American Pope. What the hell? That's cool. Oh, he's coming out. So I'm apologizing. I'm watching this. Okay. So we have a Pope. All right. He's an American from Chicago. That's cool. Okay. So we're going to jump right into this. Good morning. Hello. How you doing? I'm going to have to edit this video heavy. Hello. Welcome to Bima's Crafty Corner. I am Bima, better known as Els, and this is my corner of the world. And we are working on a detective style journal. We're calling this an album journal because we're actually using a scrapbook album. There's a piece of white lint on here driving me crazy. There we go. We're actually using a pre-made scrapbooking album. This is like a photo album kind of thing. And we're using that to build our piece. So we've got our front page, and then we open it up. We have a pocket here with the journal card. There's a tab at the top that tells you to open this. We've got a couple of pockets. There's a pocket here with a journal card, another tab to turn the page. We have a 3-dimensional belly band with a nice big journal card in there. And then you flip this over and it flips up. You've got writing space and a journal card. And this one flips open. We finished this spread yesterday. And we've got an envelope here. And see, we have the door to 211, whatever it is. 221B Baker Street. And then you open it up and you're in his living room. So that is that one. And we are working here today. And we have this like little floating pocket thing that we're going to be using. I don't know what we're doing with it yet, but you know, it's going to go on this page somewhere, probably at the top, because it's different, you know. So we're going to be working on this page today. We have all kinds of paper and backgrounds and things. So we're going to, you know, we're going to see where we're at here. Let me grab some paper. Here we go. And let's figure out which one of these we want to use on this page. Maybe that one. All right, let's see. So, y'all watch the conclave, you know, the election here, and I will craft away. Let's see, 6 1/4 by 8 1/4. I'm going to trim this off. Let's see where we're at. $6.25. And then let's take this off the bottom. And we'll go out to 8.25 here. Hopefully that'll get rid of this. While still retaining some of that. Nope, we're going to cut that completely off. It's okay, we're going to put a pocket over the top of it, so it doesn't really matter. There's just be a pocket there. Okay. Okay. So let's say hello. Hello, Miss Mari. She's watching the Pope as well. Mama Juju, hello. Miss Christine, hello, my dear. How are you? Seriously? It's a busy morning. All right. Let's make sure this works before we, I think I'm going to take a little bit off the sides. Best way for me to do that is the decal cutter, so just because it's easiest. Well, let's try the straight edge. Just to clean it up a bit here. Yeah, it'll fit. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit off that way and a little bit off the other way. Not much, just a little. I just want it to fit a little more, precisely here. All right. So I think that's going to work. We will. I'm going to use my Blick. Hey, Michelle! Yeah, I noticed. The first we're watching it. It's actually playing in the background here. Mari's watching too. The first American Pope. What a day, huh? Never thought I'd ever see that happen. If my mother were alive, she'd die right now. Of course, her Pope was John Paul. She loved that man. Because he was so unifying, and she loved that about him. All right, so we have that, and then we are going to put our pocket on up here. I know, it's a weird place to put a pocket, but that's where we're putting it. It actually blends really well, so I kind of like that. Let's go ahead and get this closed up, because otherwise it gets really gooey and it creates strings and stuff. It's a very strong adhesive. Let's put it that way. I got a little thing here I don't like. Let me grab my scissors. Sometimes when you make these corners and you miter them, they get this little thing at the end, and I don't like that, so we'll get rid of that. Okay. So now we're going to see if it works. We're going to throw some glue on here. Put this sucker down. Right. Where's my pin? There we go. Yeah, it's actually my general ringtone. That way I know it's my phone and not everybody else's in the room, It's been my ringtone since I got my first cell phone in 2001. So 24 years it's been my ringtone. When I got my first cell phone, I got it at 7-Eleven, and it was one of those like pay-as-you-go kind of things. And when you bought the phone, they gave you this card where you could go in and you could buy ringtones. And I went, oh, that's kind of cool. So I was in there. My daughter was very into Scooby-Doo. She loved Scooby-Doo at the time. She still does, but not, it's not her biggest fandom. And so they had Scooby-Doo as a ringtone. And I went, that's what I'm going to get. So I made this little folio last night, just a quick little page flippy thingy that we can put in here somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe we'll put it here. I don't know. But I want to move the score line a little bit. So I'm going to get out my little scoreboard here and move this score line over because it's like, I don't know. It's just awkward the way it is. So we're going to take it out about 1/8 of an inch, hopefully. And then I will trim this a little bit because it's kind of an awkward. Yes, I was sitting here last night doing nothing. And figured I had two things I could do. I could either bother Michelle, drive her nutsy, or I could make some ephemera. And I elected to do some ephemera. This is the one nice thing about stick glue. You can lift things a little bit. You have some play, So we're going to put some glue on here. We're going to put this little flippy dooey in here. I want to make sure we don't mess the hinge up, that everything still closes. Okay, and then we'll re-glue this. And now that we've pulled it up, we'll actually put some real glue on it, on the edges anyway. I should have mitered that, but I didn't. Oh well, shoot me. You want a smokestack watch, were you? Hey, Elaine. So, let's see. Mama Juju, what do you do? What kind of crafting do you do? We do everything here, but right now we're working on journals. But what do you do? Tell us. Tell us. We like to know. We're nosy. What can I say? All right. So now that's going to flip. That's going to flip. There's a pocket here. We're going to pocket here. And then we have a belly band here. And I took the inspiration for this from these little cards that we got. I'm trying to grab it. It's inside the plastic. I'm like, why can't I get it? These ones that came in one of the kits. And I just used that boarding pass. Now, it does say flight on it, but you know what? We can fix that. But it gives you 3 writing surfaces, and I like that. So I got that. We'll tuck that in. We have to figure out what we're doing here and here. So I'm going to get this out of the way for the moment, and we're going to take a look working on some cards and things. Junk Journal, Art Journal, Mixed Media. I like you. So I could have called them. We could have just sat there and shot the crap about the next pope and lost our minds when they said, he's an American. What? I do still have this piece left. This is from the piece that I just put in. This was the other flap fold. I don't know if we're going to use it. We do still have a couple of the pocket pieces left. This is a nice one. And we do, this one over here. We do still have this one as well. This is going to be fun. I'm thinking we're going to figure out something to do with this. Like, I want to do the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, I want to use the whole thing because I think it's cool. But we'll work on it. We'll figure out what we're going to do with it. We could do it, kind of as it sits, where it's like 3 pockets and it folds and does the flippy things. But I don't know. That's kind of bulky to me, so we'll work on it. We're going to work with that. So we got this, we got this, we got this. Those are going over there, and we are going to be working on some cards. Let me get some measurements before we do that, though. So this is, remember, now this is gusseted, so we have the whole length. We can do the whole length, which puts it at exactly 6 inches. So we can make a nice size journal card here. So why did they call him Pope Leo? It's a nod to the previous Pope Leo. That's usually why they pick their names. And I think it was because there was something. Pope Leo was the first pope. He was a first pope too, you know, like the first elected kind of thing. And I think that was kind of the nod. They'll give you the whole history, though. They always do. All right, so we have a 6-inch pocket. We have that 6-inch pad, those 6-inch papers that are like that one pad that we can go through and kind of use some of these if we want to. And I'm thinking maybe we will. Ooh, I like this one. What do you think of that, guys? Yeah? And then, so it's 6 by 6, but we don't want to use a 6 by 6 journal card. We're going to use like a 6 by 4, 6 by 4.5. So let's get a piece of paper. Nope. I'm going to have to grab a piece. Hold on. Over to the colored cardstock. Here we go. Oh, this getting old thing sucks, guys. It rained here for 2 days, and now my knees are like, we hate you. And I'm sitting here going, I know that already. Well, thank you, Miss Elaine. All right, so let's go 4.5 and see what that looks like. You know, and we'll go 6 by 4.5 and see what that looks like. And I'm going to go 5 7/8, just a hair under the 6, so it has a little wiggle room. So let's see what that looks like in the book as far as size. Because we don't want it to be like, you know. Go. I kind of like it. It's a nice, you know. All right, let's do it. And if we don't like it, we can always, you know, take things apart. We're good at that. All right, so this is 5 7/8. So let me get out the small because I love these small things. We can cut them this way. Let's get rid of that part. See where we're at as far as height. Beautiful. Beautifimous. And we're going to take this off just past there. I think a little bit more, just a hair more. I like it. All right, now let me see where we are. We have these. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. All right, so I'm going to put this in here like that. I'm going to pop that. Nope, it's not going to work. Oh well. Well, we'll pop them all and see what happens. Y'all know I love my corner rounders. What is the deal? Why are you screwing up? I don't like it. If I don't like it, it's okay because I could just cut a new one. You know? Nope, don't like it. We're going to cut a new one. Okay. So this is now, see, now I have to measure it again because I'm a goofball. So that's 4 1/4. So this has to be 4 1/2. We use all that technical stuff around here, measuring and stuff. This is now let's see. It's 5 5/8. 5 5/8. We're gonna go 5 7/8. Put that on there. Okay, we're leaving it square. We're gonna round it, and that's it. I tried to be fancy, and I didn't like it. All right, there's a round one. Here's a round one. So we'll see how this poke goes. I mean, I'm a recovering Catholic, but I can't get the Irish Roman out of my blood. I try. I really do. Okay. All right. So, Elaine, I'm a Jew. I'm a Juju. I'm just going to call you Juju. So this is a really great little group of ladies. Fantastic. Really active. We have an active Facebook community and an active YouTube community. And since you're new here, we'll give you the thing. I travel around the country. Probably about 8 months out of the year I travel on and off. I don't like winter. But I do travel, like in the spring, the summer, and the fall. And I go out and I scavenger, which is another way of saying scavenger. But I scavenge and scavenger used craft supplies. And, we save them from landfills. And then I bring them home and I share them with my friends. Because I can't possibly use half of what I get. Sometimes I get a lot of stuff. Here's a for instance. When I bought these, they came in a bag. And they were all brand new, unopened. And I had them in 3 colors, black, white, and craft. And I had about 30 of them. I couldn't use these all. But they're really cool because they're all like this. These big, long pieces. And, so I have a monthly sale where I sell what I collect. And as Michelle will always say, I'm the cheapest craft store in town. That's what she tells me all the time, that I am the cheapest craft store in town. All right, we need something on the back here, and I don't know what it is. Like, I know it needs to be, like, this is writing space, but we're going to decorate on the front. So I need some writing space on the back. And I don't want to do this because it's a totally different color. I don't want to do the red. Definitely don't want polka dots. Let me see what I have in vintage paper. I might have something up there. Oh, let me look in the drawer. I do have this. We could just put plain paper on the back. I think that's what we're going to do. And this has that beautiful pressed edge on the bottom. It's handmade. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to get this out of the middle. So let's bring that up over here. We're going to turn this sucker over. I'm going to use my pencil to do some of that fantastic math. All right. So this is parchment. It's quite lovely, actually. It's quite lovely. It's just lovely. I'm going to put this at the bottom. I don't want to crush that. Let's see. A little more on the side. A little more, because we're trying to, you know. All right. Oh, that's better. Okay. Got that. All right. So I spend a lot of time on the road, and so I post videos anywhere from 2 to 3 months in advance. So I never know what really is, it's kind of a surprise for me too when the videos come out. I'm like, oh, wow, it was that one. Okay. I never know. Currently planning a trip to Northern California. I'm hoping this year to get to Texas and Tennessee, which I probably will do on the same trip. Because I got to go see my Arlene, Hey, you know what the best thing is about an American Pope? For the first time, we might actually understand what he says. Although I understand he's American, born American, but he's actually from Argentina because he became a naturalized Argentinian citizen. That's what I understand. So he's American light, but he was born in the U.S., so he's ours. We'll claim him. All right. All right, let's see. What else do we have? I like this. I'm going to take this one out. Or you could fall down. That would work too. I am a little jittery. Hold on. His entire speech was in Latin. Damn it. Yeah, well, he's got to speak to the masses, and he's, technically he's in Italy. So that, Although I will say, I did see a very large contingent of Americans there, which is kind of cool. But he was one of the front runners going into this. And we knew that, so. Okay, we're good. We're good. I just ate breakfast, so I'm good. It's high, but it's supposed to be because I just ate about half an hour ago. So we'll see. Inky dinky doo, inky dinky. Okay. Inky dinky doo. We're gonna put this over on the side here. Okay. So I don't know. Somebody said, that I don't make junk journals. And I think they're right. I don't really make junk journals. I just make journals. But I don't know. I want to make junk journals. No, I don't. It's just not my jam. Not my jam. Okay, we're going to use this one. We'll give it a little ink. I'm going to put it right there. It's not that I have anything, I like junk journals. I really do. But I have OCD, so I can't do that. I can't. I've tried. It doesn't work for me. All right, so there's his little portable thing. Let's put this in here. So there's that gusset in there. You got to get above the gusset. Okay, we're in. Now we need something for over here. And this little pocket is, we're going to say 3.5. We're going to do something that's about 3.5. How big are you? You're only 2.5. We need something 3.5. You're too small too. There's paper, plenty of paper. We'll find something. If not, I'll grab another piece. Why? Because I have a lot. I think we're going to have to get another piece. Oh, nope. Wait, there's one. Okay, 3.5. All right, let's try 3.5 in there and see how that goes. We may have to go to 3.25. No, that's good. 3.5 is good. Okay. Now, if I do it at 4, it's going to look somewhat square. So we'll go 4.25. 4.5 is going to be too high, I think. And then we can use, one of these. If we can find one that's not got a woman on it. Well, there's that one. I don't know. I kind of like it sideways, but I know that it's got to be tall. Let's do this. 4.5 is what we cut that out. So we're going to cut this one at. No, we cut that at 4.5. Yeah, okay, and 3.5. So this has to come to 3.25. So I'm going to put there. And right about there. Take that bottom piece off. And then we're going to go. We went 4.25. 4.25. So we're going to go for 4, I think. Let me check. All right, so we went 4.25. So take some off of there. And there. Okay. All right, let's see if that works. Nope, needs to be a little bit thinner. Take a little bit more off over here. Just a tad scant over here. Hey, Steffi G! What's up, girl? All right, we need to take a little bit more off the floor. Should we do it? There we go. All right, we're going to ink this, put it on here. know, I'm going to miter these corners too. Just because I think that would be fun. Just miter the corners. See, that one didn't apparently get mitered all the way. There we go. Get in there. There we go. All right. Okay. Way better. All right, we're going to glue this down. See that I'm gluing today. I'm not resorting to my Xyron. So proud of me. Although I could. It's just easier, guys. But we'll save that for big pages, you know, when I don't want to stick glue them. Hi, Miss Candy. How are you today, my dear? All right, so we're going to put some paper on the back of this one. Using that fantastic measuring system of I don't give a crap. Doggies got their treats. They're off and running. All right. Little inking going on here. All right. So keep in mind, yes, I have this. And yes, it is Temu. However, I did buy the actual piece from the designer off at Etsy as well. When I realized it was a stolen one, well, lifted. You can't really steal what's not privately owned, but so I grabbed that off of Etsy as well. Which was cool because that's where I came up with the 221B Baker. Because I couldn't find, a good one. And then I found that one. And I went, and I went and got the thing and they had the big one. And I was like, yes. Okay. Disneyness. Yeah. Michelle's been going through that crap too. Not feeling well and being dizzy. Not cool. And me too. I don't know. I'm starting to think it's just a part of being old. All right. So we finished this one. We said we were going to. There we go. We finished that one. Let's go. Although I'm thinking there needs to be some washi tape here someplace. Like it's not, I don't know. There's a little here, but just not, I don't know. There's a little here. We've got some here, some over here. I guess we've got some, yeah. This needs a little zhuzh.
You're zhuzhing again.
I'm always zhuzhing. You know that. I live to zhuzh.
You're a zhuzher.
To zhuzh or not to zhuzh? That is the question. Today we're zhuzhing. Let me take that off. So, let me explain this. So Michelle has, Michelle and I are collaborating on this tape. We have a working prototype at this point, but she has the finals, and unfortunately her printer, which she needs to scan in, the finals in order to send them to me, her printer is being a butthead. So as soon as she gets them sent to me, I will be putting them in the shop, and we'll release the video on how to do it. Okay, so it'll take but it's coming. It's coming. We're getting there. This needs washi tape. I think it's too bland. It's just blah. Yeah, blah. Washi tape. Okay, let's get some. I think we're going to go with this one.
Hey, Susan, this is Michael Cox, Advanced Technical Support.
All right,
calling out of
so we're going
Recording
to
Line. How you
talk
doing
about
today, ma'am?
what's going to happen next month.
Oh, it's a fun-filled day.
So
every
next
day. Never
month,
the same thing twice, ever, honestly.
Hubbard, his schedule changes.
Right. Hey, tech support is a different thing every moment of the day. So I'm telling you. Fun times. Speaking of which, I got your ticket in front of me.
And since, his schedule is going to change, our schedule is going to change a little bit. But for once, it's changing in our favor. He's not going to start until noon, which means we can actually go till about 11:45 now. So our time together is going to become longer. I feel so bad that I have to get rid of this. You know what? I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to back this on parchment to make it thicker. We're going to use some parchment paper. Let me grab a piece of parchment paper. I have to go to the drawer for that. Right back. Oh. Old fat lady on the move.
Okay. Well, all right. So do you want us to hold this ticket until you can get worked out with the vendor in case you need a vendor meet? Or do you want us to just close this and we'll reference it at a later time? Okay. All right. As long as you're good with that, that's all I really needed. Is there anything else I can try to assist you with today, ma'am? My pleasure. I thank you for using Cox Business Technical Support, and you, man, have a fantastic week now. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So this is cardstock. That's parchment. And I think it's going to work. So I think this is 6x4. I think it's the full card. 6x4. 6 by 3 7/8. So we're going to cut this down. Okay. Boy, I cut that wrong. I cut that wrong. Let's see if we can do this. Where's my ruler? There it is. Okay, so that is 6. And then we need it to be 4 7/8 this way. That does not seem right. That's right. What is this? Haha. 3 7/8. Let's try that. That looks more reasonable. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay. We're going to do tiny little rounds on these. Dang, near perfect. Okay. So we're going to glue this down. And then we'll ink the whole thing. Then we'll probably put a tag or something in this pocket as well, because it's gusseted and it's very large. He's large. Okay, now let's ink this. Candy wants to know if you want to do her kitchen too.
No. I always clean up after breakfast.
She's such a meaner.
I'm an old lady.
All right, we're gonna put something on here. Let's ink this.
Kind of like a thing for me.
What are you mumbling?
I said it's kind of like a Zen thing for me.
Oh,
Where's the?
she does like to do the kitchen, so we just let her have it. Keep Piccadilly Circus. Make sure that stays on there. Put that on there. And let's see. Got this. Get some ink on here.
Yes.
We use one of our word chips.
Just be patient.
Wait.
Not in his vocabulary.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I had hands full of bubbles, okay? Go. Oh.
Okay. I need something here. Do 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 do. Okay. That. And there. And there. Across the bottom. Okay. Now, let's do some ink. All right. So this is going to be the last for today because we still have to talk about the book. And Hubbard's already working. Okay. So. All right, so we did good work today. We did a lot. We got that card fixed, and we did this whole spread. Tomorrow we're going to do this one, and hopefully this one, and then we'll be ready to start putting in, the journaling section. Okay, which we have 3 signatures. We just have to figure out what we're doing with them. All righty. I'm not even cleaning this mess up today. Turning over a new leaf. No, I'll clean this up. This will drive me crazy. All right. So let's see what we got going on. Today is the 8th, which is right here. There was a video today, a bonus video, Teabag Pockets. So cute. Go check that out. Also, tonight we have art therapy. That's at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7, 8, and 9 across the country. And that is where we are working on an altered book that we're doing. I'm almost out of pages in mine. I'm going to have to go and shop and find a new one, or, switch projects. But yeah, because it's getting quite gator, and I'm almost out of blank pages. So we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll do this one. I don't know. Maybe I'll do this one. Maybe, I don't know. Over here? Maybe that one. No. Maybe this one?
Yes, Ozzy.
Maybe I'll do the back page tonight. Don't know. All right. Then tomorrow we have the craft with me, and tomorrow's craft with me, we're going to be doing altered window envelopes because I want to put one in this journal somewhere. And then on Saturday, we're going to be doing the late-ish night mixed media. Again, all evenings are at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7, 8, and 9 across the country. And then on Sunday, we have our not so family-friendly game of Family Feud. Also, Monday is the mailing deadline for the die cut swap. So if you're in the die cut swap, you need to mail it by like the 12th, 13th at the latest. Because they should get it by the 23rd. What else? And that is Arlene sending to Michelle. Michelle sending to Mary Kay. Mary Kay is sending to Jennifer P. Jennifer P. is sending to Janie. Janie is sending to Mari. Mari is sending to me. And I am sending to Arlene. Okay. So if you need information, I think I've gotten everybody who needed to get shipping information, but if for any reason you need shipping information, either email me or instant message, and we'll get that taken care of. Also, I have a line on possibly being able to find another whale tail tab punch. If I can find it, I will pick it up, as long as it's reasonable. And I will have it for, people that are on the list. And I go through the list and I offer it. If somebody's already got something, then they go, oh, no, I already got something. And I go, thank you. And I'm going to the next person. So if you're on that list, you're on that list. Also, I mailed out this month's Happy Mails. Please remember that each person only gets like one Happy Mail a year. Okay, because it's a big list. You see, it's a big list. And if I mailed these out every month, it would be like $100 a month in Happy Mails. I mailed out 6 Happy Mails this month. So if you are not on my Happy Mail list and you would like to be, just let me know. Send me an instant message or an email and say, hey, I'd like to be on my Happy Mail list, and I will get you on that list.
Really neat stuff.
Like I said, I mail those out. Everybody gets about one a year. Sometimes two, if I run into, if I have small ones. So we got all that going. What else? We actually have extra bonus videos for the next 2 weeks. Monday's video is going to be so cool. It is a doily video. Like, we don't have any of those, So that was the first one we did of that. And I think that's everything, guys. Let me see. Scalped Circle, I got that one done. I have a list of things. See, I have a list over here of stuff that I need to do, and I keep a running tab. Here we go. Today I have 2 packages to mail out. Yes, 2 packages going to the post office today. 3. I got one from the shop. I think that's everything. So if you're new here and you haven't done so already, and I have not offended you, push the button. Just push it. Take your finger, go down there, push it. Give me a thumb, one way or the other. I don't care. It is interaction, and that is all that matters to me. Let's see what else. Check out my community tab. Tells you everything that I got going on. If you're really talented, you can actually get a list that looks like this. Left click, go to the bottom. Right click, print. It'll print everything. Tells you all that I got going on. It also lets you know if I'm traveling, where I'm traveling, and how long I expect to be on the road. I try to go live from the road as much as possible, but it's not as easy as they make it sound.
You will be this time.
So you can also go over to my Ko-Fi and pick up some free digitals, or for as little as $3 a month, or free for a week, you can join my Patreon. And for every member that I have that's at my top tier, they actually pay for a day on the road for me. So because and I will never change my Patreon amounts. It'll always be the same, and it'll pay for a day for me to be on the road. After for a year. If you're a member for a year, it pays for a day on the road for me. I know that seems a little odd, but hotel, gas, food, and shopping. So that's it. That's all I got, man. That's everything. There are descriptions to everything in links to everything in the description box below. All you have to do is go down there and kind of look around. All kinds of neat stuff. And until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay inside, out of the heat, and stay well, my friends. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.